Now, South Africa has experienced more power cuts in 2022 than in any other year. It seems Eskom's problems just worsen, no matter what assurances we get from government leaders and Eskom business leaders. So, are there in fact any solutions? Let's bring in our energy expert, Ruse Moleshe. Ms. Moleshe, good afternoon. Welcome to today, and thank you very much for your time. Are there solutions?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, are there solutions? I mean, we saw the big plan that was unveiled or announced by the president a few weeks ago, and Eskom now and again giving us these updates about this, about that. But this is the worst we've seen in a long time. I mean, are there solutions to end this suffering?
Good afternoon, Dan. Good afternoon to the listeners. I think it's very, very difficult right now to say that there are solutions because solutions take time to be implemented, especially because we are now also going to have Quebec offline, which is 900 megawatts. We have the largest unplanned outages of 20,000 megawatts, and then we have planned outages. So if you look at that, anything that goes wrong, then you have an issue with diesel. We've been relying heavily on diesel, but that's not sustainable, as we said. So it's very difficult to say that the solutions suffice to say the private sector, if they can make their own means somehow, that may be the solution.
Yes, they'll have to find the alternative energy supplies by themselves. You've mentioned diesel, but we've also been told about the aging infrastructure of the old coal-fired power stations and that they are always breaking down. Like, you know, a list of them will break down. But there's also been an element of sabotage, lest we forget. But the president mentioned as well, or I don't remember, it was Minister Mantashe, who said that they'll also be looking to recruit skills. Some of the old skills that have exited Eskom, some of them are overseas, will be brought back. But as we speak, I don't know what is happening there. Could that assist, in your view, if we had some of those skills back?
I mean, there's always, that will always be a good thing if you have the skills that you require. But the problems are so many, they come from different angles. And in terms of putting out some of these power plants to do reliability maintenance, because when that Andre director came in, that was the plan, to do a proper reliability maintenance so that we have enough capacity online. So when there are problems, there are breakdowns, then you are able to sort that problem out quickly. It's becoming a problem. You saw that the skills that you have with Eskom also have left, head of generation, they are living in, it's very difficult to say, and a solution that does not bring in new capacity to allow Eskom to have the space to try and deal with those many issues. It's difficult to see that in the short term there will be a solution. I don't see it.
Even with the IPPs, can they be some of them be fast-tracked? I know they can't add a huge amount of energy onto the grid, but every little bit now counts.
The IPPs, I mean, the minister did, there was an announcement today of some of those IPPs that are coming on stream, but remember that what the announcement was about legal signing. There's still going to be financial close. After financial close, there's a construction period of 24 months that has to take place. Then you get the projects to be online. So there are lead times as well, although relatively shorter. There are also still lead times there as well. And even that, I mean, you need to back them up with something that is reliably more flexible, like gas. All of these solutions have not come on stream on time, and they are catching up with us. The other solution is to reduce demand, which is not a good thing because, as you know, it will have an impact on the economy when industries now have to reduce their consumption.
Yeah, and with this picture you're painting, I'm just wondering, Eskom's job is really to keep the coal-fired power station online because we need them. They should be focusing really on that instead of trying to get land and free up land for IPPs. and stuff. In my view, that's what they should really be focusing on, because the maintenance is a problem. There's been incidents of sabotage. There's been theft of diesel and all sorts of other challenges at Eskom. So in the short to medium term, if there is no solution that would assist us to get more megawatts onto the grid, should we be bracing ourselves for stage 8?
Wow. I hate to say that, but it could be a possibility. I hope we don't get to that. But as you correctly point out, we have operational issues that are serious. We have, 20,000 megawatts of capacity that is out due to breakdowns. That's a lot. And if you add the planned maintenance, almost 50% of Eskom's capacity is. I know you say that some of the plants are old, but some are not that old, like your Kusiles and Metripis are not that old. And they are also offline very often. So that is why I'm not saying there's no solution if we were to address the Eskom issues, but because we are not on top of it, as it clearly showing, that's why I'm saying it's not a solution. But it should be a solution.
Yeah. In fact, was it Minister Mantashe earlier today? I played a bite just at 2 o'clock when we started this bulletin. He says that Eskom has 48,000 megawatts connected, but at best it is only providing 26,000 megawatts to the grid. So there is a problem there. And your Kusiles and your Medupis with billions and billions of rand having been spent there, they seems from the outside and what we're told to be defective, or some of those units, or the power generating units are defective. Yes,
they are, and they have been, and that's a historical issue. But at some point, Eskom did indicate to us that they are sorting out some of these units, and some of these units were brought back. They found out what the defects are about. They are sorting them out. And then there were accidents, like your Unit 4 at Metupi, there's an accident, and that unit is going to be out for now up to, I think, 2024 or late 2023, but I think 2024. So some of those, for a common mistake. So I don't know, really, it's becoming difficult to really pinpoint exactly what is the problem within Eskom, because it's very many different things at different times.
The picture is bleak. Thank you very much for your time and analysis here on Today this afternoon. Ruse Moleshe, an energy analyst, just talking to us about stage 6 of the blackouts and just trying to see whether there could be other solutions in the immediate or short term, but unfortunately, no. So brace yourselves, And I was just wondering, people are also investing in alternative things like inverters in their homes and stuff, which you need the grid for. So when the grid is there, you're able to charge your battery. But the longer periods of blackouts will also affect those kind of alternative solutions for many people who can afford them. So we are in dire straits.